Universal just announced another IP is about to be announced.
The clown sticker has been removed. Now we got the usher right there. So we got the spirals returning.
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It's time for another Halloween Horror Nights 2026 update. Massive set pieces have appeared. We got new lights, new truss, new HHN Easter eggs to go over. So on that note, it's time to talk about the Halloween Horror Nights show today. We're going back to HHN 2013. We had Walking Dead. Zombie Nation had barbed wire all over it. You had this creepy zombie eye looking at you. Then it said HHN 2013. So on that note, let's roll that commercial.
Face the Walking Dead at Universal Studios Halloween Horror Night.
Okay, welcome back. Let's head in.
Still no changes with the archway. We're in August now. They got to finish this in less than a month. You can see all the lights up there, and then also when you're entering into the VIP experience have been changed to the purple and the orangey red for Jack and Oddfellow. So we just made it into the park. On top of the truss, there's this little like dome that's been placed right there. I don't know what that's for. Not seeing any changes since last week.
All right, so it is Monday now. The daily HHN updates have returned. So we're gonna be here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Then we'll fly out to California because we got Midsummer Scream this weekend. So there's gonna be so much HHN coverage coming from the West Coast later in the week. Beginning of the week, still East Coast stuff. Then we go West Coast.
Stickers still looking good, not peeling up on this one. Yeah, people are just literally using poor crusty lip clown as an actual trash can. Over here by the stage we got some changes. Friday they had the duct tape of X's of where this character trigger was gonna go, so now it's installed. So the performer will hit that with their foot, lights will go off and sound, and I'll have a little show moment and they will enter out onto the stage. But that's where it's gonna be for this stage, right back there. Everything else looks about the exact same since the last time we were here. They added all the dirt, all the vines, all the twig work all over the place, but nothing new has popped up on this stage. Let's see what's happened on this stage, if anything. We got a speaker right here. They'll probably cover the speaker up right next to the possum dog. And then the character trigger is gonna be right there. So the performer will hit that and they're gonna be behind these bars. Back here, as you know, the director's in the cage. They've added this. They have little bugs coming out of it and like an ice cream cone, little mirror or something. But this cup is new. Oh my God, Glizzy Fly has returned. I know flies don't have too long of a lifespan, but he's back. Besides Glizzy Fly returning, nothing new has been added over here. But just remember, don't feed Philip. Let's see if anything has changed inside Five a Dime. So the journal has now appeared. $16 for the Ozzy Osbourne journal. Over here, Jaws Easter egg is still gone, so it probably is not returning at all. Well, 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 what do we have over here? The one and only usher. You have the popcorn right there inside the ticket booth. So we got Lady Luck on that stage. We got the director on this stage right here. Now we got the usher right there. It's great to have a little Easter egg for the usher. I'm kind of worried about the clown up here because he's got really long legs. I don't think he can reach his feet. That shoe is dangling for dear life. It is gonna come off and he's not gonna know what to do. He's gonna have to ask this guy to help put on a shoe, but he's doing a little performance. He's all wired up. Who's gonna put the clown shoe back on before it falls off? They've also added some popcorn right there. Not too many additives besides the usher and then just some popcorn. They're all driving by this morning. The X is still here on the stage, so this is where the performer trigger will go. So we saw it pop up on that stage and that stage, but they'll probably install it tonight right there. I guess it was popcorn box night because they've added all sorts of different popcorn containers. They're looking all gnarly and gross. Even down here by the little HHN chocolate bear, they got popcorn. We got the cotton candy bags and the popcorn over here, but that looks to be the only details that were added on this set piece. Okay, some slight changes. We're first gonna start over here. So we have the cotton candy kind of wrappers, more the little popcorn bags, the more cotton candy wrappers. This is what's in the crusty lip clown trash can right now. More popcorn right there. Mermaid is still missing. I don't know what's going on with the mermaid. Well, good morning to you, little storyteller. Look at you over there. Look at that. Okay, so now we have another HHN icon right there. Inside the fishnet, we have some changes. Now, this seagull, he's getting a little snack. There's a little fish right there. You can even see inside the fish. It's as if the seagull's already been pecking at the fish. Little details like this, no one really notices, but I love and appreciate. So the seagull's been snacking on that fish right there.
So if you look closely, you can see like a little bit of, I guess, fish meat inside the little seagull's beak. And then if you look over on the fish, it's all been kind of like pecked out, starting to eat up the fish.
They've also added like seaweed right here. So yeah, this is definitely bringing Dead Man's Pier vibes, right? With the ghoulie up there and there. Now we got some seaweed. And then it looks like there's been a set piece that's been installed. So last year they started doing kind of actually decorative cloth that kind of blends in with the scare zone to cover up the, you know, the body or something. Underneath here, because we know there's the 2 crates there and all the blood. Now it's covered up. There's something gross underneath there. It's kind of tied up right there. So before HHN opens, there's a whole team that comes out. You know, they pull out all these pieces from backstage and then they'll unwrap whatever gore is underneath there. And then over here, more popcorn has appeared next to the shells and the suspenders. We got more popcorn over here now. Pea Pebble update, kind of covered up since last time. We can see a hand over there that's been tarped up. So let's zoom in and see how that looks. No changes yet with the theater. It's supposed to open up this year. It's supposed to reopen at kind of the later portion of the end of this year. Into the Fortnite Scare Zone we go. So below the graded stage, there's now a light that'll shine up right there. And then you got a light up there that'll shine down on the performer, I guess. And then the light is kind of shining off over there. And then you also have another light over there kind of shining off over here. So we got the light now shining down on the stage with the light. And it's also been corded up. You can see the cord going down there, going up, looping around over there, and then connecting with all the cords over here. Since they removed all the tables over there for the food booth, they really kind of stacked up all the tables over here. Oh, this has been removed. There's a light here. Now it's gone. Same thing over here. I wonder if we're going to be getting themed lights. Why have these been removed? But you know, we still have the lights going between the truss, and then looks like they've added filters over the lights. So this has a red filter right here, so it'll be displaying red. Then the same thing right here, there's a red filter over it, so it'll be shining down a red light. So this whole area is just going to be straight red. We also have a light over here on the base. I think I just forgot it was here, but you can see it's got the plastic red filter on it down there. And they also have this corded up now. So there's a cord going up powering the lights. Yeah, the cord comes down here. It's just like a little extension cord, not one of the big thick cords. And it keeps going around the stairs, keeps going, cutting through here, loop it around here. Okay, so then it connects to right there. Where's the secondary extension cord coming from? Because there's 2 of them. Okay, so we got that one going down, looping all around, right? Let's go find out where the next one goes. All right, looks like it's going up here. And let's see. All right, yeah, it just looks like it's going into. So then it goes up here into this truss. Cord goes down, cord goes over, cord goes around, cord goes over there. This cord goes down along the wall. There. The ghost fan has returned. It spins without being powered on. Scary. They're all spinning now. That one's spinning. That one's spinning. Not plugged in, but it's running. We got a new update with this truss. So they're running a giant wire, which they'll probably hang something from this truss all the way to that truss.
See how it's mounted to the truss right there? And then we can just follow it. Keep going. See, then it connects right there, right to the top of the truss.
This scare zone is truly haunted. We got ghost LED strips now.
All right, let's see what's going on with the facade. Have they moved the wood yet? What in the world? Oh yeah, they're building out the facade. All right, first off, let's see what's going on. So they were doing the distressing on the side of the building the other day. They installed those, you know, the glass cubes, and they installed the lettering the other day. So we really can't see too many changes from this angle. Look at this. Remember, it was all just kind of piled up. It's still kind of piled up, but it looks like there's finally some movement that's starting to happen. We have this pre-built wall right there. It's turned the other way so we can't see what's on it. Now there's nothing that's been connected to those 2 kind of curved trusses that got installed. This looks like it's gonna be big, like a really big facade. Oh, is that a portal? Looks like the portal, that's where they do the wait time signs.
Time to head into the Wizarding World and try our next tart. So we've had the lavender, we've had the blueberry, we had the strawberry. Now let's get the cherry. They had a lemon one, but I don't know where that went, but we'll do this one next.
It is time to try the cherry salamander tart. Good time. I'm gonna do 8 out of 10. Kind of on par with the lavender blackberry one. It tastes like, imagine a cherry Pop-Tart mixed with a cupcake. A cherry Pop-Tart cupcake. 8 out of 10. All right, so over here, it also looks like the filters have been added to all the lights. It's kind of hard to see, but it looks like the bottom one is red, and then the one right above that in the center kind of has that purple tint to it, kind of continuing that Oddfellow red and purple colorway that's gonna be in all the lights throughout the entire park. But the filters have now been installed.
We finally got some changes in Club Gourd. We got the pumpkins. We got the pumpkins popping up right there. I'm interested to see if we'll see Little Boo appear, because right now he's chilling in Philly inside the Universal experience over there. Then we got 5 little pumpkins on this truss. They're all a little different. They're all smiling. This guy's just kind of like grinning off to the side. And then the dancing little stages, we have a decorative little wrap around it. You see the club and the whore, it's like dripping blood. But it almost looks like when you'd be renting like an old VHS tape, it'd have the whore sticker on it. Over here on this truss, we got 5 pumpkins. It's like a little cat pumpkin, like a little skelly pumpkin. Continuing the spiral design that we're seeing in every single scare zone of stuff from the past that Oddfellow is opening up with a portal to bring it back for this HHN. Then you got 5 pumpkins on this truss. Again, each one is different. There's no copy and paste pumpkins. This is how all the guests feel right now dealing with this Orlando heat. It's only gonna get hotter. We're in August now. It's only gonna get toastier. All 4 of the stages got that wrap with the mouth and the eyes. It reminds me of like the Quiznos weird turkey thing, where you just like see its mouth and eyes. Looks like even with the bathrooms, they have the changed lights right there.
You remember a couple weeks ago, they had that media event out in the UK, and there was some info that was kind of released. It was kind of spotty. There weren't like too many good photos that were taken, but Darren Scott, he's writing an article all about everything from that event. But he posts on Twitter little sections of the whole little presentation. I want to show you guys HR Blood and Guts section first.
15 years ago, we introduced HR Blood and Guts to Halloween Horror Nights. And back then, he was your horror host, bringing holidays of horror to life. He had holidays like Thanksgiving, Easter with the Feaster Bunny. We celebrated Christmas in a horrific way. We celebrated President's Day in a horrific way. Well, at the end of that house, HR Blood and Guts was taken by the Cary police and put away in the Cary Penitentiary for killing everybody at that TV studio. Well, 15 years later, HR Blood and Guts escapes the Cary Penitentiary with a couple of his buddies from the jail. He takes the security guards prisoners. He goes back to his defunct studio, and now he's the Halloween host, putting on his own Halloween horror movies that he absolutely loves, while he's torturing people all the way. So this is a little bit of the Q Line video that you'll see for HR Blood and Guts. Oh no, I forgot. We're going to take you into the house first. So, this is HR Blood and Guts as he escaped the Cary Penitentiary. We're going to, again, this is an anthology house. So we're going to give you some iconic characters that you know and love because it's our 35th anniversary. The Pumpkin Lord is a film in this house. So Cult of the Pumpkin Lord, and you will see the Pumpkin Lord in this house. We also have Monsters Night Out, a Monsters Tiki Bar, where you have to escape our Tiki Vampiric Monster and our Tiki Wolfman as you escape the Monster Tiki Bar. We're also doing Schoolhouse Resurrection. We do school kids so well at Halloween Horror Nights, so we're going to give them their own scene in HR Blood and Guts. But it is an anthology of many different horror movies that are just so fun. All the while, HR Blood and Guts is coming after us.
A chilling update on the Halloween prison break that has left the city of Cary in a state of mild concern. Investigators have a new lead on Kurtzberg's whereabouts. They believe the fugitive has returned to his old stomping grounds, the now abandoned WKNB television studio.
Are you enjoying the show? I sure am, folks. Happy Halloween! You see, minions? He's a star. I'm a star!
That's That's right, folks. The man once known as HR Blood and Guts has returned to the very place he once hosted his midnight horror show. Authorities are closing in on the old television studio where they will once again bring Kurtzberg to justice. Until then, monitor your broadcasts and stay vigilant, Carrie.
Thank God there was some good documentation of that presentation.
Heading into downtown Clown Town. What's going on with Stickergate? Sticker's gone for now, at least for today. There's no peeling gross sticker. Same thing back here. The clown sticker has been removed. We got the new stage here. So up here, we got the 35 for HHN 35. There's all these different holes around the top of it. They're gonna install some light bulbs so it'll all be illuminated during the nighttime, but that's the reason why there's holes there right now. Now over here, oh no, we got another peeling sticker. What's going on with this? See how it's starting to peel right there? And then also down there. We'll see what this becomes, but this almost looks like a grinder. And then here, we're still missing the set piece for whatever's gonna pop up right here. But something's gonna be placed inside that slot for the set piece. You can see the performer will enter in back there. We got a new poster here. This is exciting. Dr. Oddfellow's Grand Carnival presents Chaos and Control, a tale of two icons. So down here, you can see to the left, you have a silhouette of Jack being puppeteered, and then Oddfellow being puppeteered to the right, and then from the Cane of Souls, the Crystal Skull. Now you have this person puppeting them. As you know, Fear has always been pulling the strings behind the scenes for HHN. Fear is still in his lantern for another 5 years. We'll see Fear pop up probably at HHN 40, but it looks like he might be undercover because look at the hands. The hands, it almost looks like some vines, and his fingers look like Fear's fingers, with kind of the longer nails. And then the head kind of has that same sunken look that Fear has. It just looks like Fear's kind of wearing like a clown wig, but it looks like he's still pulling the strings. So I'm interested to see where they go with the story, how they handle, how the icons get out of Fear's lantern.
HHN 30, everybody's still inside Fear's lantern. Fear is still trapped in there until HHN 40, but he's still influencing the event. At Horror Unleashed, there are so many different spooky, creepy objects. There's the shadow world, right? Kind of like the Upside Down. That's where all the bad creatures are, and you know, Fear's lantern and all that stuff. Because there was all those spooky elements, it opened a veil, and then that's how kind of Jack got out for Horror Unleashed. So I wonder how they're gonna say in the story for this year, how does Jack and the other icons get out from the lantern and then also from the shadow world?
Still nothing new with Boris's office. As long as we have this up, I don't think we're getting any Easter eggs inside Boris's office. Not seeing anything added to the food booths that got installed last week. So we have like the dunk tank, right? You hit the trigger and there's the silhouette of the body in the water. You got Oddfellow right here. You got Jack's cart, then you got the other Oddfellow cart. Again, they want to make it feel like a cohesive scare zone, so the food carts are themed to the actual scare zone. Not seeing any changes with this stage. Looks about the same. Nothing's really changed back here. So no additions to this stage. They have the performers inside the gift shop right now, scaring people. What is up here? Do you see like those little antenna looking things? They look like little flag antennas. They're not lights, they're like little antennas. But that has now been installed above there. Finally got a big tribute store update. So they added the clown here. Now we saw the clown on the piece of paper in the Mardi Gras tribute store, and then we saw it in the tribute store Easter egg inside Boris's office, which we still need to find out what happens. But here's a secret. I wonder if it's gonna be blacklight reactive. Never here on the stage. Again, there's gonna be a performer out here before you walk into the tribute store, but it's here. They set up the scare trigger right next to the speaker. They'll be on the stage, they'll hit that, and then a little show moment will happen. We got all the cords back here. Still some stuff that needs to be plugged in. Nothing new with the stage. The stage looks about the exact same. A little bit of a bigger storm coming. No changes yet with the concrete base. They're still covered up, but one day will come in and there'll be stuff plugged in to the bottom. I know you guys are wondering, where's the Murdy update? Murdy's traveling. He's going from Ireland to LA right now. So he hasn't tweeted in a couple days. He's probably got jet lag, recovering, getting some in and out. There's nothing today, I'm sorry. Cut through and see if there's anything new inside the Universal Studios store at CityWalk. Oh, they got the lug build-a-bag things. Choose a bag, choose a strap, pick an accessory, mix and match. make it your own. $19 to attach this to your lug bag. Lord have mercy. So they have one for each house: Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and then just kind of the Hogwarts logo. Now the straps are $25. Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, and then kind of the Hogwarts house. And then $19 for a charm. Dear Lord, so you're at 19 for that, 25 for that, 19 for this. You haven't even bought the bag yet. So you got one for Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, Hufflepuff, the sorting hat, you have an owl, a golden snitch. Now, you come down here, so $35, you get a little lug coin purse that you attach to the bag. So they got one for Gryffindor, Slytherin, Ravenclaw, and Hufflepuff. Now, down here, they got one Hogwarts houses, the sorting hat, golden snitch. I like that the wings move, and then you have a little owl, so it could be Hedwig. And Hedwig does have little wings, but $35 for that. Now just the bag. The bag is $75. This is like a $200 experience at this point. So $75 for the bag, and then you attach all the expensive accessories to it. But for $90, they have another kind of purse that you can attach the accessories to, but that's 90 bucks. Now they have a crossbody bag for $80, like a crossbody kind of backpack, it looks like. But yeah, you're looking at a $200 lug experience. All right, let's go back to the office, and we got some more Halloween Horror Nights updates to talk about.
Okay guys, we're back in the office. Universal just announced another IP is about to be announced tomorrow. So when you guys are watching this, it'll probably be announced. There's still 2 carousel pieces that need to be released. So we're gonna wait for the Hollywood announcement because they have some IP stuff out there, and then that should also kind of release the merchandise happening for Orlando. It's heavily rumored there's the Killer Clowns house out there. So I'm guessing we'll probably have Killer Clowns announced as a house. We already have it announced as part of a scare zone. So then they will do the merch reveal, probably when you guys are watching this. Or it could be the Tear Trim announcement. So guys, on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
I love the family.
Because I'm going to keep you up to date on all things Universal Studios and Halloween Horror Nights around the country. Love y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow.
So the performer will hit that with their foot. I would never spend $200 for a Booterade bag.